Hey, Rebecca. I hope you're having a great day. This is going to be hopefully not a very long tutorial, but I'm going to take as much time as I need to show you your next project. So what we're going to be doing, if you look into your Dropbox, you'll see I've created two new folders. One is called Financial Planning Resources, and the other is called Financial Advisor Resources. So what you're going to do is you're going to log into this website. And I'll send you the link to the website along with my username and password. But it's fppathfinder.com, and in this website, I have some awesome resources for advisors. So these are resources for me as a financial planner, but they're really for my clients. So what I need to do, what I want you to do, is I have two folders, and I'm going to create two of these folders. One will be for consumers or clients, and one will be for financial advisors. So it's the same content, it's just going to be a little bit different for each group. So you're going to be making two files for each one. Let me show you what I mean. So if I go into my member section here, and you'll be logged into this account, you can see that first of all, if I do click on the print a resource list, this gives me a list of all of the things, all of the PDF resources that I have available in my account. So the first thing you're going to do is just make a list of these, and what I mean by that is I'd like for you to make folders for each of these. So you might want to start with making folders in financial planning resources. You can just see I've created life events and new resources, but you need to create several more folders or subfolders within that folder. So new resources, life events, everything listed there in bold is what you're going to do. So you're going to create these folders, and let's see, how many folders will you have? How many subfolders? You'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it looks like 16 subfolders. Let me count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm losing count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It looks like 16 folders. So you're going to have 16 folders in financial planning resources named after these. And then you're going to you could copy that folder along with all of its subfolders and then paste it into the financial advisor resources. So you're going to have two folders with a set of subfolders times two, one for advisors and one called financial planning resources, which will be for clients. So that's where you'll start. I'd like you to do that today. Just create the folders and subfolders. So you'll have two folders. Financial Advisor Resources is one folder with, I think, 16 subfolders. And then you're going to have Financial Planning Resources for regular people, not advisors. And it's going to have the same subfolders. Now here's what you're going to do after you create those folders. So let's just start with new resources. If you click on new resources, you're going to find that each of these resources has a title, and it has like a description, a little section for description. So what I want you to do is I want you to create a markdown file, a new file for each of these, and then you're just going to take that file and save it as, it'll be the same file, except one will be for the financial advisor and one will be for the client. So let me show you what I mean by that. So if I open Typora, I've already created this. So I've got, this is the resource, and it's a flow chart. So that's what it is. Do I need to start making estimated federal income tax payments? That's a really long title. So the first thing I did was I copied that, and then I I'll just start over. I will create a new folder, and so when I paste that into Typora, the first thing is going to be, it's the title. So let's put this down here, and since this is for, first of all, let's give it a name. So let's give it a name. Let's call it, I don't want to use that whole big name. This is where I'm going to need your help. As you name these files, this is a long name, so what are we going to name the file? Estimated federal income tax payments. Let's call it that. And I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to paste that into the title section. .md. So now we have a file created, and I'm saving that to your Dropbox. And this is going to be, so that's the title of the name of the file, but this is the title. And so let's see, let's just go making estimated income tax payments, and then this, which is currently a title. We don't want it to be a title, we want it to be a quote. And instead of being, do I need to start making estimated, since this is for financial advisors, I want you to make it this question: does your client need, and then you have to delete the I, need to start making estimated tax payments. So that is going to be the quote for this thing. So now, how am I going to remove the, I need to remove the formatting because I copied it as a title and it shouldn't be a title. So it's not a heading. So I'm going to just turn it into a quote. That's what I want it to be. Well, it's still showing as a heading. So I need to go, let's see. Oh, I don't want it to be heading, so let's just go paragraph. There we go. That's what I want, except I only want it to be, I put that little, when I put this in, see what that does when I put that little thingy in there. So if you want to make it a quote, I mean, yeah, the first thing you want to do here is make it a quote. So now we have named the file and saved it in your Dropbox, and we have given the quote here. So now I'm going to go down and go back to the website where we have this description, and I'm just going to select and copy all of this along with the updated date. So then I hit copy, and then I go back to Typora and I paste that in. So now I've created a document that looks pretty good just the way it is. So this is the document for the advisor. So that's what it is. It's making estimated federal income tax payments. And does your client need to make? So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to go File. Can I save as? Looks like I'm going to have to duplicate. So now it's a copy. Estimated federal income tax payments, and I'm going to call it Flowchart because it's a flowchart. And then I'm going to say estimated federal income tax payment flowchart. Estimated federal income tax payment flowchart. And then instead of does your client, it's going to be or let's say does your, let's just say do you, because remember this is now the same thing, it's just for the client. Do you need to start making estimated federal income tax payments? So now that this is the copy, I want to remove the copy part so that we have just estimated federal income tax payments, flowchart .md, hit enter. So there we have named the file, and it's saved in your Dropbox. But again, this is do you. So this is for actual people. That means we now have to go through this content and change it so that it's not about the advisor, but it's for the actual customer. So income tax planning is critical to not your client's financial success, but we're going to say just to your financial success. So we're going to delete the word client, and it's just now it's income tax planning is critical to your financial success. Navigating our complicated federal pay-as-you-go income tax system can be difficult. Adding further complexity, you must understand and adapt to changes in tax laws and in your client's personal circumstances. So we have to change that. So you must understand and adapt to changes in tax laws and, or let's say, related to your personal circumstances. In each tax year, it's important to ensure that you are properly planning your federal income tax liability in order to avoid penalties. Frequently, you may need to make estimated payments to avoid penalties for late payments and or underpayments. To help you instead of to help you guide your clients, let's just say to help guide you through an estimated payments analysis, we've created this flow chart. The decision points identify factors that may trigger a need to make or increase estimated payments, including, and then we have all the stuff that's including. Now that looks perfect. I'm going to hit save. And now when I go back to your Dropbox, you'll notice that you've got these new names, and the only difference is that the advisor resource is just got a name, but we included the flow chart for the consumer. So these are new resources. So financial planning resources, that would be for clients. I think I'll just say I'll rename that for clients. For clients, just to keep it really clear. And then financial advisor resources should be pretty clear, but you're doing the same thing in both. So in financial advisor resources, it would be this folder, this file. So I'm going to just put that there. Now the problem is right now you have not created the folders. So you're going to have to create the folders. Where did I go? Where is Rebecca? There's Rebecca. So in this folder, you need to create all those subfolders, and this will go into, in fact, I'll do that right now. I'll just go in here, and I'll create a new folder, and I'm going to call it New Resources, because that's where we got this from. So this one will go into New Resources, if I can. Yep. So now when I look at Rebecca, we've still got this one with the name Flowchart. Today at 11:02. I think I was fiddling with this one earlier, so that's probably a duplicate. But so this is financial. Since it has the word Flowchart, it will go under for clients, and it's a new resource, so that's where it's going to go. So that's what I need you to do, is create all of these resources. Now, to make it easy for you, I'm going to jump back over here to the website, and you're going to notice that when you go into member section, again, you get to see all of the, when you printable resource list, you're just going to work down the list. You're going to make sure you have the subfolders created, and then you're going to do what I just did to create each of these documents, markdown files, one for the financial advisor and one for the client. So you're going to have to spend a little more time on the client one, because you're going to have to make sure you go through it word for word and make sure that it's written to the client, not the advisor. So that's what you're going to be doing in this project. And so now one of the things I want to show is I'm going to just download this one-click download. It's going to let me download all of the 2021 resources. So I'm just going to hit that, and it's generating the download. My file will start once it's generated. So I'm going to show you why this is important, because we are going to just, as soon as we get this thing downloaded, it's downloading. It's going to download a PDF, flowchart or checklist for each of the resources that I have access to. And here we go. So it's put that in my Dropbox. Now, in my downloads. So I'm going to go here, and there we have 2021 resources. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste that into your Dropbox, and see if I can just paste item. So now I just pasted those into your Dropbox. So now we've got all of these resources in your Dropbox. And what I'm going to need you to do on this project, just like we did for the other, for the audio files for the last two projects, is we need the name of these PDF documents to be identical to the name of the files that you just created. So for example, under Financial Advisor Resource, under New, we've got estimated income tax payments. But what I want you to do, instead of using the advisor resource, I want you to use the name of the, so we've got new resource for clients. So this is the flow chart. So I'm going to go rename. I'm going to copy that, and then I have to go find that PDF document. And I'm looking, and this is going to take you a minute. So what was the name? Do I need to start making? So it's this one. So I'm going to rename that, and I'm going to paste in what I just named for the other one, and I'm going to take that item and I'm going to put it in both of the subfolders. So let's see. Well, where did I go? Oh, I'm in downloads. So I'm going to go to yours. I'm going to go back to your deal here, and in resources, I'm going to paste it. I'm just going to paste that item. So now we've got the PDF named exactly the same, but I'm not going to stop there. I now have to go to the Financial Advisor resource and go here, and I got to paste it there. Edit, paste. So there we have the flow chart. That's the name we gave the client resource, and that's okay. It's the same basic thing, and this is what that flow chart looks like. So that's what we're working on. So I think that's it. For now, I'm going to turn this over to you, and I'm going to let you play with this a little bit and do a couple of documents, and let me know if you have questions. But that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to take all of these resources from this website, and we're going to create a Typora markdown file, one for the client and one for the advisor, and you're going to have to work on the one for the client, but you're going to do that for each of these resources, and each of them should be in a subfolder in your Dropbox, and you're going to put it in both the client's subfolder and the advisor's subfolder, and you're going to name them accordingly. Some of these are checklists, and some of these are flow charts. So you'll know when you open it up if it's a flow chart or a checklist. So let's see. See, this is a flow chart. So the name that you give the Typora document for the client will include either flow chart or checklist at the end. So hopefully that's not too confusing. I'm going to process this video and send it to you so that you can start to work on this project. It's a very important project, and I appreciate your attention to detail. This project, like all of our projects, will require you to pay very close attention to the details. So take some time to understand what you're doing, and let me know if you have questions so that I can give you clarification. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Let me see if I can stop this video now.